All right, now we're here. Can you see me? You can see me and hear me. We locked in. We locked in, everybody there? We good, you? We good? Cause we live. I just want to make sure. Yep. Royal marketing firm say yep. I guess that's a yep. So from last night, or from yesterday, Monday morning, as you can see, they had an engulfing candle right here at 10 a.m. 9 a.m. Central Time. We got in this trade this consolidated area. You can call it a support, the man, and if you want to kind of slightly above these highs, these rejection wicks right up in here. And I actually got additional I was nonetheless and drop down to over the tape level, and as you can see, if you held until full and take that fails. We did get another session here. Down to 750. Yeah. It is pending order.
Screen joined.
Sell. That's it. I want to get in. That sale will be monitored closely because we did come to an area of interest to take profit at. So chances are we could hold at this area. Even if I get in, we could hold at the signal right here. We already pretty much got stopped out on. So it could be a scenario where we running out stops to head higher, and it'll show better on a smaller time frame as far as different trades. Key levels in the session times that will get, tested, stop loss ran. So, like I said, like this whole orange little bar is the Asian session. This market could very well try to tap below this OA session left right here. So that's the only key thing as far as extra targets I would be looking at. And that is what I look at the 1 hour, look at the 4 hour, see what that's looking like. Oh yeah. The 4 hour did not, that engulfing, because it really had no, like if it was an engulfing creating off of this area, that would have been a little bit more, like we could see it. Yeah, we could understand. I think you still want more to drop. So even if you could caught that during London session, pre-London at 1, 2, 3 a.m., that would have been a good sell. Right now, we just waiting. Just waiting. You on, bro? Dopamine. Supreme.
Yep.
You on now? Oh, you can hear
Yep.
me? I didn't make sure. I ain't know.
Yeah. You can hear me?
All right, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, everybody waiting for the inflation tomorrow. Inflation data. Um, that's what I was picking up from the
Yeah.
news.
CPI and inflation.
Yeah. The most basic setup I was looking at a I mean, it ain't no. I had a buy order set up right where that consolidation is at, right under, like around 67.50, 48 through 50, like in that area where you got all that consolidation. Like you say, I think the market is gonna hit those stops in that area. I Let me see. I barely could see your screen. I gotta uh I gotta put this on my computer and try it. This shit did not go well with the app.
Yeah, it's dog stuff. You got to get on your laptop, huh? You got to get this shit on your laptop. It ain't gonna work on the phone.
Yeah. Get in there.
But yeah, it look like we continue to sell off. Like the stations here, 1 5 a.m. New York time and 1 at 7 New York. So 6, 8 o'clock our time. Well 6 and 4 o'clock our time. That's when those engulfings happen. And it's looking like we got a continuation on sales as we close out this hour. That's one thing I do see. We are taking out the lows of, look like that pre-London.
Yeah, most definitely sales.
We just took out the low of that pre.
Yeah, the Bears definitely probably about to chime in. At least down to like I said, that 48, 50 area. 67, 48, 67, 50.
Right,
Um,
right.
Actually, let me see. If you on the 4 hour, it might go a bit lower than that. I'm looking at the Dine Chain channels, which is like it's like Bollinger Bands or something. You got the swing high at the top, swing low at the bottom, with a moving average in the middle. And
Mm-hmm. Delete all this shit.
so yeah, it may come to even 67.27 area, which is not really like a no no real candles real close to it. The closest ones above that is 67.39. So You might get a reverse right there. You might get some buyers come in. Might keep selling off down to 67.24 or even down to back to 67.04. But
I mean, I get this. All this shit is liquidity right here. Right, all this shit.
right.
Like it's gonna run all this is liquidity. Yeah. It's gonna run all that.
Yep.
And finally probably try to come into this daily gap that they hadn't gone. Like it tried to right here. And CPI and all that shit could create a sell-off in the market, which would be negative for the USD. So if we see negative news, that would be the reason mentally for that sell-off. But we could see the reasons technically why I would want to sell off to grab all those liquidity areas of just the thing. And it's looking good so far. That's all I can say. Just patient enough to wait. Let's see what the daily looking like. And we're about to get an engulfing daily too. That's a good look. We can hold off on these sales. I mean, hold strong with these sales and don't reverse into buys. We midday today, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So we'll see how it works out. But that would be nice to get this set up. I mean, I'm not expecting. I mean, looking at the recent daily candles. So if we do get a sell-off, it ain't gonna be sorrow like this. That candle could get printed for CPI, then I could see that coming into this area because this is 730 all the way to 65.80. Let's see, 65. Yeah, 65. That's 65, 66, 67, 30. 66.30 is right here. So to 80 would be another 50. So there's 150 pips in this one move on Tuesday on that 4 hours, 150 pips. No, that's a daily. I'm tripping. 150 pips on the daily of Tuesday the 7th. So if we could see another bearish move like that for CPI tomorrow, yeah, I could see us tapping into this area. Because like I said, it's a daily gap that we haven't fully tested yet, fully filled in yet. You know, so let's keep our mind frame in that same trajectory of the market selling off because, I mean, the market, yeah, selling off because the dollar is stronger than the Australian dollar. So overall, with fundamentals like that, we should still see a strong bullish overall momentum when you look at the higher time frame. So, and as you can see, it's exactly what we see from early in the year, February. We've been selling off. You know, it's like we were selling off since the third, fourth quarter last year, and we just had a last little bullish push just to prep people for that new year of selling continuation. We still ain't got to the low of last year, let alone the low of 2020. So we got a lot of movement to do, a lot of areas to take out. So let's just keep our eye on what's happening. We get this off in that sweet, that'd be you know, like confirmation, if you will, for the remainder of the week. And we could look at the weekly and see how it did get on Tuesday. going into Wednesday, it would be crazy. The only thing that I keep in the back of my head is we recently did get a bullish engulfing on the weekly, and it's not playing out just yet because we already got strong there and we've been sitting there for the longest, and I already rejected that. So right there. So I'm not sure as far as the Bulls how much power they have above pushing above here because they've been rejecting here. And I think this rejection here, and another rejection here. So
yeah, that's a
if we
monthly
continue
high.
to see it selling off, then I'm not saying we're gonna get another one. You know, we could definitely see some selling pressure. I mean, just like how that the engulfing didn't work out on the 4 hour. It could be another scenario. The only thing I do see about this one, it's somewhat tapped into like a mid level, like a discount. If you look in, just try to get a 50% level from the low to the high, you will see 50 right here. That's 50%. You can see my tap right up in there and started consolidating, trying to catch, discounted buys. Anything under 50% level, discounted buys. So looking weekly from that standpoint, I could see us pushing higher. I mean, we already kind of been holding. So that's strong right now. That we have been holding and not continuing. From what, March all the way to still in May, early May, that we still kind of in this consolidation area. We haven't really broken out, So
yeah, on the you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. On what was I gonna say? Hold on. Oh, on the 1 hour, the 50 EMA moving average, it the last hour at 6 hour time, it closed under the 50 moving average, and then the next bar was that 7 a.m. bar. That was it broke from under that little quick consolidation area, as you can see. Yeah. Oh, you looking at the weekly? But yeah, I'm just saying you got a sell signaling on the hour chart at the 50 moving average, which it don't typically. Well, yeah, that could be a big sell off. It haven't closed under the 50 moving average since May 4th, but it came right back up. I mean, so yeah, definitely probably about to do some retracing, probably down to 67. Yeah, 6,700 from 68 down to 67. Probably back up at that point. 67.08. Yeah, I see that weekly consolidation area. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's gonna stay in that tight range. Let me see, 67. Look at that weekly. Yeah. Yep. From the top is around 67.80. Bottom is about 6,600. So
And then if anybody was looking at like the macro levels, you would have thought this was a breakout right here on April 26 on the daily. But as you can see, the low end of this, if you were focusing on this area right here, let me try it out. You would have saw that this was a breakout. You would have traded it as this was a breakout because it would have looked like it on the 1 hour. But as you can see, all the candles are still linking to that area, like nothing left from it. Like it's still everything retraced back into it. And now we're going back into the consolidation and retracing from them, rejecting those highs, just like we did yesterday. So yeah,
it's
the
in a tight
market
range.
overall from is still in consolidation.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big range though, of consolidation. I mean, it's always gonna look like that on the week.
It's a big range. It's a big range. But I mean, when you look at it like, yeah. But I mean, like, this is like a range too.
Nah,
like,
yeah, that's definitely
ranging
though. Like, it
ain't
ain't really
range, and then it broke out, breaking out to the high. It ain't doing shit.
I mean, yeah, this could be a breakout. I mean, it tried last week. Right?
I said on the stock structure in there. If you're looking at the smaller time frame, compared to the daily, yeah, it's a whole lot of structure in these moves. But it's that we have consolidation on high time frame and help you hold trades for a certain amount of time, expecting or not expecting the shit. Because just like when I went up here, like I was expecting to set a breakthrough, and that's exactly what happened. Down to the consolidation box looks like more fun, like more activity, more potential.
Yeah, we definitely about to get some sales. If somebody want, I might. I might hop in a sell, put a stop loss right above 70, 67, 70. Let's see. Let me draw that out. So we entered from here on the sell. I mean, what time it is? It's 8. With a stop loss at 67.70. We got a 4 hour. Yeah, it's some money to be made on the sale. I see a potential 2-3 risk to reward from selling from here all the way down to 67.03. Looking at the 4 hour. Let me see. Yeah, the market definitely coming to that 67. 67.0407 area. Pretty much the 50 moving average on the 4 hour. That's what market look like it's heading. You got and then which is gonna take it back to that consolidation range on the 4 hour that started from like May 2nd at 4 in the morning to like May 4th. So that little 2-day range on the 4 hour chart. Thinking it's gonna come back down there. Yeah, back in the 66-cent area for sure. Down to like 66.50.
I got a limit entry right now, waiting for the market to retrace back up because
66.55 area.
I'm trying to get entry. Yeah, 67.50.
67.57. No.
Yeah, right at the close of that engulfing candle.
On the 4 hour, what? 67.57.
Yeah.
On the hour.
Yeah. That's at the close of that the 1 hour engulfing.
Oh yeah. Right. I see it. You said you got to sell or buy?
Nah, it's a limit order waiting to get tapped in. If the market retraces back higher, I'm gonna get tapped into that sell.
Oh, right.
I got a limit order.
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's still a trending market, trending up. Just look like a little retracement. Like you
Right.
said, it's just depending on how that news gonna play. I don't think too much gonna happen today. Probably gonna just sell off a little bit, cool off.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about the news right quick. It just said that.
I looked at it a little bit. It's just saying everything is waiting on the inflation rate. They saying the dollar could turn lower. They predicting it's gonna drop because of rate cuts. Some people predicting it's gonna stay the same at around 5%.
We had news at 7:30 yesterday. No news today. Wednesday, we got inflation rate, CPI. That's all coming out at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So we will be here. We will not be late. I know I niggas been late these other days, but I'm gonna be here. We gonna catch that. And we got China inflation rate coming out tomorrow evening. So that look at their interest rate, bro. Like, oh, this is their inflation. Fuck, their interest rate negative. Like China's so cold. Them niggas got their shit together so hard. Like, yeah, them niggas don't even need to have interest on their money, nigga. Like, we good over here, fam. So good. But Thursday, we got jobless claims. Every Thursday this comes out. Initial jobless claims. We got PPI coming out. Friday, Michigan consumer sentiment, 9 o'clock in the morning. That's it. So it's gonna be a Wednesday and Thursday wham bam thank you ma'am type of week. So we're gonna be ready for that. See how that CPI and that inflation rate. Right now, we at 5, and they're saying the consensus will be 5. So if we get 5 or higher, then that will be positive for the Australian dollar because it'll be negative for our inflation rate to be keep going higher and shit.
Yeah, sell pressure coming in. You got on the hour above average moving, above average volume with sell pressure. So yeah, it's about to pick up. You're about to see a drop off.
What's the daily ATR right now on the Australian dollar?
It is 65. I actually just picked up because it was 59 early. So yeah, it's 65, and the market opened at 67.80. So let's see, 67.80, 65 pips. That's gonna be about at 67.15. So like I said, it's definitely about to push down. I'm thinking it's gonna come right around there and then consolidate or bounce off it. Probably consolidate and then drop some more down to the yeah. It's definitely coming down though. I'm looking at the daily. It just got free falls on. On the hour.
But the only thing I'm seeing on the daily right now, bro, is I want that hoe to engulf the previous day. Like I see on my screen on this daily, if we close like this, then yeah, we might see
Right.
sell like no other nigga. Like all this clean traffic for the daily go get filled in. All that shit sell off. Like if we get this engulfing, yeah, that'll be fire. Similar to what happened right here. Like they got an engulfing situation. Now we had one big ass one right here. That motherfucker just left, man. Never came back from that, man.
I mean, it's engulfed right now. Well, if you say
Candle closed
engulfing, you be
5
looking at
o'clock though. Yeah, 5 o'clock. So that bitch could do all kind of shit. It could turn bullish, all we know. But I highly doubt that without no news. But you know,
there ain't no news to come. Well, let me see the term, but you need positive news for the order and negative for the dollar. Shit, you would need both to turn this market around. It's cooling off. I mean, I rode this shit the last all yesterday. I rode that shit all the way up. We all did. This shit been hot.
No, it's this pair is gonna be like it's flows so easy to trade when it ain't a lot of manipulation. That's why I said early last week it was gonna be heavy manipulation because we had all that data coming out. Plus we had NFP and everything, so it was like, yeah, it's gonna be a week where your trades that you typically will hold for 10 pips and 20 pips gonna get stopped out. You know, and then go in your favor. Like it's gonna be a lot of that bullshit because they just, you know, they're building up their positions to take the major move for the rest of the month. Right. NFP kind of like sets the tone of the month.
Shit, I think you asking for it though. What stops that damn close on pretty much any motherfucking pair. You know, unless your units is real small and it's like you're trying to get quick entries.
Right, right.
You know, but shit, I would go like 20 on the AUD any time frame just to be safe, minimum. Cause shit, like I see, like said, you seen like I had fucking, I think I got 50 pips. I had hella pips yesterday, but a lot of them was small. Like I instead of just getting like 5,000 units, I'd just get like, 1,000 5 times or some shit.
Right.
And then, cause what I do is I enter and then as soon as it go up like 2-3 pips, I add a position because I found that if you going up, it's gonna keep going up. Like if you go past 3 pips, like it's probably gonna go to 7. Then it's probably gonna go to 11. Then it probably will go to 15. And probably 20. Like that's just how it be working. So I'll be adding as I go.
Right.
Yeah, but now I'm pretty much looking to enter the market 3 different unit sizes: one for the daily, one for the 4 hour, and one for the hour.
Nice.
Of course,
as long as everything lining up, you should be good. Good to go.
Yeah, I don't see no crazy setups. I definitely should have sold though, and because that's what I mean. Like right now, on the 1 hour, it just closed under that last hour. Closed under that last swing high, a recent swing high. So this definitely saying sell all day, and that's really what I've been doing. I'm just going with the trend. Put the stop loss in the shit above, go back a couple candles at the swing high, at least for the sales, and shit, just mat from there. Like, just put your stop somewhere, like, because these markets don't be reversing a lot. That's what I know. Not Audi. That shit don't really. Nah, that shit don't really. Yeah.
It only do it on them high, high news weeks.
Right.
Like you gonna see a lot of that shit happening leading into tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I mean, it's daily then in golf though. It ain't closed, but shit. I mean, on the
We'll know
4
about
hour,
5 o'clock. We'll know about 5 o'clock to see what it look like.
5 today.
That's when the daily candle closes.
Oh, of course, shit. That's gonna be too fucking late. That's a money miss.
But see, that's the thing about it. With this golfing, you gotta have that patience to wait because that's gonna set you up for tomorrow. You feel me? Or that's gonna set you up for Asian session leading into London Open, pre-London.
Shit, if I'm scared, I'm gonna just use less units. I'm getting in this shit because this movement, like it's been selling since yesterday. Actually, do I still gotta sell? I think I closing. Huh? Oh, all right. I'm selling pound already. I'm gonna get out that trade. I'm gonna leave it alone. I had a buy set right here. I canceled that.
Yep. Yeah, back.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting area right here. From here down for the next 3-4 pips, we gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
If it break under 44, I don't want to get into a sale so late. I much rather would have got it.
Yeah, that's why I said like the best entry was at that closing and golfing. Right now, especially being that was like pre New York too. We are right now at New York. We at NYSE Open, so this is added volume for the morning. So whatever it's doing right now, if you are trying to get into sales, yeah, your stop need to be tight just so you won't be into no drawdown.
Right.
And your take profit need to be short too, because you can't expect it to break through this previous zone that it had from Sunday evening and then go down to the next level. Like it can happen, but that's something that would have happened pre New York.
You do better putting a probably
that would have happened better in London instead of right now, because now we're approaching the end of the morning towards, it's like I said, you got to look at NYC time. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:22 in New York, and they going out for New York Open at 9 a.m. their time. It's 8 a.m. my time, so you got to realize that's when all the pressure is added at 8 a.m. because that's 9 o'clock New York time.
Let me see what a buy look like. Buy from that consolidation.
Let's see what Jay said. It broke the previous daily low, which is a great sign for more bearish movement. But a closure of engulfing data will lead straight to the bank. I'm tapped in alive. Been in sales since 6 a.m. For sure bearish. I agree, Jay. We all agree.
Yeah, 6. Yep, that was a perfect little entry. Well, I mean, I guess that was engulfing, but I probably would have hopped in at 7 once I saw it broke down. But that was a intuitive entry. I mean, I guess.
Where at? You said at 7?
At 6 a.m.
on the hour.
Oh yeah, I mean shit. Look at the entry you had got yesterday when you had caught a sell way up here. I think.
Yeah, it's because I reversed from buys to sells because I saw the buying pressure, and like I said, that shit was hot. So I know,
You caught that shit at the top, boy. Like
yeah,
you
at
caught
the
some
tippy
good,
top.
like, and that same thing could have happened right here. You could have caught sell right here. I mean, I don't know how you caught that, but I'm just saying like this was
Because
some
there was
sign
a
of
swing high.
smart
Because that
frame.
shit was, I think it was at the top of like a Bollinger Band. Yeah, the Dime chain channels. I look at that. That's
Gotcha.
it was pretty much it was a ceiling. I seen that it was at a ceiling, and what I
Right.
did was I
And I looked at it from the previous rejections on the like the 4 hour and the daily. That's what made me want to get in the sales up there because I saw it rejected several times.
right,
So
right.
I was gonna go with the idea that it's gonna reject again versus breakthrough. Like you always go with what you see, what you
right,
see.
right. Never what you think.
Yeah, don't go with you like I think it's gonna break through. Well, why do you think it's gonna break through when it rejected 3 times before? Well, I don't want it to reject this time.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, when you look at that daily, yep, from April 13 and 14, yep. So that's what I was looking at. I'm like, I basically put stops above that. I had a sell, I entered the sell and put stops above that. So I was like, if it continue, and actually I had hit my I had to take profit at 6,800. So that's literally what happened. And then I saw it wasn't really going too much past that. Yeah, I mean, that's what the resistance was 04, 6804. And I've been had a sell order since like last week, way up there, from that, because that high from the day. So, I already had a sell up there. Like I had a sell entry in the same spot with my take profit on the buy. So naturally, that's a reverse, right? Because why would you take profit unless you expect the market to reverse, right? So naturally, that was my take profit. So what the fuck,
Right. Now you right. You did that right on that.
Yeah, like I told my
I mean,
partner
in
that it went
hindsight,
over his head.
with no emotions, that's the proper way to trade. If you really intuitive with the market, you could like expect it to reverse because it already did previously, and then when it does show signs of that reversal, you take that sell at the top.
Yeah.
But you
And
gotta be dialed in.
you already made money, so you could take a quick stop loss if that's the case.
Right. You playing with the bank's money at that time. You playing with their profits. Yeah. That's true.
And eventually they about to take them longs out, them long positions out. They about to hit them stops. Y'all got y'all money. Switch it up.
Right.
So
Right.
I definitely be like, if I'm up, I know it's a matter of time because
Nothing goes up forever. It's
right.
gravity, nigga. This market is all gravity, nigga. What goes up must come
Because
down.
everybody else go to seeing it, and then when everybody else go to seeing it, that's what kind of push it up a little more, and it's gonna peak out. It's gonna because eventually,
But and that's how the market makers do it. They'll entice you
right
to getting sales at the top because they need enough people to buy so they can sell to you. Because they position so large, they can't just sell. They can't just get out of market and expose themselves because that'll crush the market. So what they got to do, they got to entice you to buy some more, so now they can sell out their position. That's why you get a lot of people buying at the top. Everybody did it when we all started trading forex. You realize why are my trades getting stopped out every time I buy? It go against me. But when you look at the bigger picture, you buying at the top. You buying at the top of the range. You buying when it's exciting, when everything going up and everything good. That's when you buy.
It's too late.
Yeah, that's what they want you to do.
The excitement come at the end.
Exactly. Like, look at this. All this right here, this is late buys. Even though it worked out, like if you got into these buys, this is the exciting buys that get people into like long buys and they hold it. And then now they starting to get they stop loss tested. The real buys is down here. When you see all this and you see like a level of resistance and then you see they get broken and retested, that's where you want to be in buys, like at the bottom. Testing not up here. Even though it worked People got profit on this. It's still a good buy. Not saying it's a bad buy, but this is where all the retail trade, the new traders get in and be like, oh yeah, we going to the moon. We going high as hell. Not realizing that we rejected this area 3 times already.
Right.
See that reversal. They be like, what the fuck, bro? I was up 100 pips. And be like, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you got to look at them daily and weekly highs. And then another thing too, a lot of traders, they, you know, that's the demand zone anyway. Like a lot of people get in right there. So like at 6,800, I saw that. So I knew I was getting out of the market at that, like reverse or not, I knew I was getting out.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm like, okay, I didn't rode it literally all week. Well, at least for a couple of days.
So you was kind of looking at it from an average true range, so to speak.
No, I only use the ATR for my stop loss. Like I do like 3 ATR stop loss, like 2 ATR. I mean, I'm tripping. 2 ATR stop loss, 3 take profit. So,
but you look at that based on the time frame you're looking at, right?
Yeah, the hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the hour.
I use the ATR only on the daily. When like that's why I be asking you like what it is on a daily, because I want to know.
Well, I do too though. I'm on the hour and the 4 hour
for the whole day.
Right.
That way I know when it's gonna reverse. Like if I know the average range is 80 pips and I see a market going 120, then I know I'm ready for a sale. Whenever it showed me the first sign, I'm taking a sale.
Yeah.
Because I know it's overextended its range.
Exactly. That's so the ATR is perfect for predicting reversals. Like
exactly.
You know, that's exactly how it's used.
And pair that with like a RSI or something, yeah, you might get good. With price action, yeah, you'll be golden.
Yep. I think the key to good trading, man, is really finding that sweet spot stop loss. That's it. Like you know, finding that area that's gonna verify that you are wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or like the market decided to go, or they decided for it to go in the opposite direction. You just gotta respect.
I feel like it's true, but it could be like more dialed in to say like it's a combination of the stop loss and a take profit. Cause like
because you'll sit you
because like look, what about this? Like even though this don't sound good, but I bet you in certain instances you could see a positive strategy with a higher stop loss and a shorter take profit. Meaning like only if you're trading in the daily direct. If you're trading with the trend, the daily trend, and you taking sales, but you only going for 5 pips, but your stop loss 20.
I mean, essentially, I was thinking about like that shit is all like the stop loss don't really, because like what about people who pull their stop loss up and protect their position?
That's no. That's because if your stop loss at a good point, because you analyze the market and you put your stop loss 5 pips above the high, if the market going against you and you move your stop loss, you already lost.
No, not when it's going against you. When it's going for you and you just protecting your position.
You moving your stop loss into profit,
like a trail, basically. Like a trail. So when you do that, what's your risk to reward then? It's technically be higher.
Yeah, it changes, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be way better because your profit, your take is at the same area, but your stop is shorter. But so what I'm saying is, what is your stop loss work then? Once you because you didn't adjusted it. So it's like
worth the money that you go get if it hit.
Or if you get stopped out. But basically, it increases your risk to reward when you do that.
I was in sales from here, and when it broke down right here and it had this kind of candle. I moved my stop loss and profit like right around here, and even though looking at it now in hindsight, there probably was a wrong place to do it because it tapped into the low of this. But nonetheless, I got stopped out early versus my take profit. And as we see it went to take profit. I wasn't tripping though, because I still made money, but at the end of the day, it could have reversed against me, and then, you know, I would have been stopped out in profit and I wouldn't have lost. But right now I got stopped out in profit, but I didn't hit my take profit. So it's all good, because eventually as your account grow, that profit that get hit, that stop loss that get hit in profit could, you know, be a whole bill payment or something, if you will. You know, as your money get, you got to look at them trades a little different.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you ain't got dropped off.
Yeah. What you had said you had into the sell and what?
No, I was saying I had a sell position from here, and when this market went up, I got entered, and when it came down here, I was saying that if it goes above these wicks, I want to be out, like type shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I had my stop loss in
You
profit.
moved it up, right, or down in this case, right?
Yeah, I moved it down. Yeah, I moved it down
Right.
as the market moved down, because I thought the market was gonna reverse and go higher, so that's why I moved my stop loss in profit.
Right. Nah, it was just taking out some position. It makes so much sense though, like and when I trade with that, it's like if I was the bank, where would I move the market? You really just do the opposite. It's all about them swings for real. Like everybody is looking at the swing high and low.
Put it like this: if you look at it like it's all about greed, you'll see it way better. Like, because even though the people that's trading these big money is making millions of dollars a week or a month, they still want more. Like, they got shareholders, so they got to produce more and more. Like, nobody want to see 5% stagnant profits. You know, they want to see growth.
Right.
So yeah, even though they doing it, they want to make more. So whatever instance they could do to make your ass think we going here and then reverse on you, like, yeah, you got to think like that. Like you said, what would you do if you had $500 million or $1 billion to trade with? Knowing you could control the market with that money too. Like,
but yeah, that's why I love that I came across that ATR, because it's like they can't do too much manipulation when you're using that as a multiplier. Like, let's say 3 times, like market ain't going 3 ATR. Like, it can, but like let's say
and if it does, that let you know you're on the wrong side of the market.
Oh, exactly. Or if you're on the right side, you know you need to get the fuck out. At that, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it ain't going no higher.
Exactly. Like, it's 60 pips right now. 3 ATR, that's 180 pips. How much fucking further you think it's gonna go in that direction? You know? And it's like the bank's looking at you now, because they like, wait, the niggas who was in right here, hold on, let's get them out. You know, you the op now. Because you know, unless you, but then that's why you gotta have them stops like really far out to avoid. And that's why, that's why I'm like a tight stop for me on the hour is 2 ATR on the hour, which is like, it's like 13, 15. That's like 30. What you said? Yeah. If I do something like 15, that'd be something like 100 units or something. 100 units. You know, them sniper entries, huh? Oh no, you were saying like nigga just accurate with it in positions. Yeah. But nah, good look on that telling me about that correlation shit. I knew it, but I had forgot it.
Yeah, man, I had to look into that, because it's like, you know, just for the simple fact, if you want to hedge, you know, looking to add to any kind of positions, but you maybe want to look at other markets. You can look at positive and negative correlated pairs instead of just looking at random pairs. Why not look at something that you know for sure? Like, hey,
it's just an
market going down, then I should go to USD CAD or Euro or Australian dollar and trade and go buys, because that's the negative correlated pairs. And if that's happening, then I know we in correlation with each other. If it's negative or positive, as long as we're in correlation, that's good.
Yep. Because it's gonna do the opposite. But yeah, the positive correlation with because I like that's just like add more positions. Because I'm like, how can I make more money off the same trade? And I was like, you just got to have multiple positions.
Right. Large account size.
Of course, that definitely that. Because like yesterday, I was going for. I had 3 positions, all with a $10 stop loss, but like at different lengths. Like on the day chart, I used 16-cent pips because that could get me like 30 pips is not 30. The 2 times the ATR, which is like 120 pips. That's gonna be equal to. So this how I do my stop loss, my unit size, right? $10. Let's just say I'm $10 stop loss. I say, okay, was two ATR on it. Well, depending on what I'm looking at. Where's that notebook? I'm about to drop this one. So let's say the ATR is on a daily is 60. 2 ATR would be 120. So what I do, I get on my calculator and I say,
we're approaching that limit entry right now. Hopefully at this last 15-minute candle, luckily we might get entered in the market, and that would be nice because that's our entry for my engulfing at 6 o'clock right here. It's 6 a.m. Central Time. I got a limit order about to get hit, and we are in the market. We in sales, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Now, what will take me out of this trade, I'm going to tell you, is structure. That's going to take me out of this trade, because right now we were going bullish, right? So if you look at structure, from this point, lower high, lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high, lower high, lower high. So we got all this. The only thing that was kind of showing shift was maybe this, but it was more so consolidation to take out lows and then trade higher. But the structure was bullish nonetheless, as we can see. Right here, we get the same scenario, lower high, but we don't get that high. We get a push down. So we change in structure into bearishness. Now, if this candle comes above here and this one candle engulfs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, then yeah, I'm gonna get out of this trade. Regardless what my stop loss is set to, I'm looking at more of a structure type of scenario to get me out of this trade, because I know manipulation. I know they'll try to entice you to come up here and buy, and then they'll just sell out the market, because this is where they make money at. They make money and enticing to get you into buys and then sell out, when we know, obviously, that we see bullish formations starting to happen. Whoa, you back?
yeah, I heard the end part. Yeah, so where you putting the stop at? Right at, I'm assuming.
Well, I don't have my stop set because we still alive in this trade, so I don't want to put it yet. But I wanted to see overall. After this candle close, I'll put my stop loss. But I'm looking at the market, so I don't have to put a stop loss per se. My eyes is glued to the screen, but I don't want this candle to close above, like up here, especially above this wick. But I don't want it to close above these bodies because that means it's engulfing this hour, this hour, this hour, this hour, and this hour. That's a strong bullish engulfing. Not, it still could be a enticing to get you in the bias to sell off, but still, I want to be out of that trade because it could very well keep going higher. You know, so like I say, right now I got entered into the sale that I missed at 6 a.m. I just got entered onto that retracement. So we're gonna see how this last 15-minute play out into 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock NYSE. And also, I want to point out that we, in pre-London, we did create the high of the day. And typically, on average, around London close, which is like 10 a.m. to 11 noon, around that time, like 10 a.m. to 11, the sweet spot, we'll see like a resting period. So if the market did something during pre-London, London, then you might see a resting period around London close. So this could be that resting period, that buyback, that retrace from all these selling. So if that's the case, it would have to take out more liquidity for the potential to sell off. And we might not see that on the 1 hour. It might show better on a smaller time frame. But right now, the liquidity would be right up here. So we see the market go up here and kind of hover for the Asian session. Then as we get late into the Asian session, when volume starts to increase around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and that's typically when news gets released for the Australian time, for the Australian session, we'll see, we could see a continuation of sales. So it's, you just got to be understanding on all different type of scenarios what could happen, you know, on if you need to hold your position, get out, wait for another session. Because even if we still feel like the market is bearish, if the market starts to close up here, I get out and wait for another sell setup to happen in like late Asian session when that volume starts to increase. Because my bias could still be bearish, but I don't want to be in drawdown for 6 hours, put it like that. I'd rather take that L and just knowing that I was off on this entry in this trade, but I'm not off on the direction.
ATR increasing, so it's definitely about to be some movement. Let me hop in that real.
The power of the engulfing candle. We'll pretty much wrap this live up at the open of the 9 o'clock or the beginning of London close. So we'll just wrap it up there. Monitor these trades in the Telegram group. But yeah, man, this shit here is gonna change our lives. You know, we stick with it like anything, man. If you selling burgers, if you're doing hair, selling shoes, cars, real estate, you know, if you stick with it long enough, you'll develop a sense of mastery. You know, with that whole thing of working something for 10,000 hours, you know, you be considered a master at the shit. So you got to look at that with anything. I don't care if you're reading a book. If you read a book for 10,000 hours, you probably must go be pretty much in master status of reading. You can start your own audio book company. You feel me? Especially if you got a decent voice. But nonetheless, watching this setup happen over and over and over and over again. And like I said, coming soon this week, I will be doing a video, a back test video for like 3 months. I think I'm gonna do the first quarter of the year. And we just go back test from London to the New York crossover, and we're gonna back test every engulfing pattern we see based off of supply, demand, support, resistance. And I'm just gonna test to see how valid that entry is.
Yeah, we definitely have a back testing day.
Nah, well, I'm gonna go. We're gonna do a live video, and just like I said, the first quarter of the year, I'm just gonna go through from the morning time. Just look up the engulfing scenarios and point them out if they worked out or if they didn't. How many pips you get if they did? How many pips you lost if they didn't? And just total it up at the end of 3 months and see what like a $1,000 account would have increased to in 3 months knowing this strategy type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically,
right?
Even on myself, I like the forward test strategies.
The fuck that is?
Forward testing is more so like paper trading. So instead of using previous data, you use like, I want to see if that shit go work today. So you use current data, but instead of trading live funds, you just kind of
trade.
And you do it for like a month.
Demo account.
Yeah, you do a demo account for like a month on a new trading strategy, and if it works out, then you can implement it into your live trade. But back testing, you could do that in an hour. They got like MT4, MT5. They got like a back testing runner on here, and I think TradingView does too. You can back test strategies, and you can be like, run this strategy from this to this, and let me know how I did type shit. But the only thing you got for yourself with that is like history repeats itself. That's all I can say with that.
Well, because price got memory. Somebody said.
Right. So
price got memory.
And who controls the price? Humans. And who is very predictive? Humans.
Yep.
You feel me? Even if it's an algorithm. Who made the algorithm? Humans.
That's why the market reversed at 6,800 exactly. It's a whole number. It's gonna always have, make moves like that at whole numbers. But yeah, I'm in that position right with you at 58. I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Strut time to the 5 minutes. See how smaller. See how the structure is looking through these dynamic zones. Got the Asian session right here. Pre-London. Then we got London. Pre-New York. Then we got New York. As you can see, Asian session was trading. Then we got a push up to manipulate you. A retest out of that manipulation and a sell off. During London, pre-New York, we get a consolidation, a manipulation to get you in the buys, then a retest up and sell off. Like this shit, it on a smaller time frame, like I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of just looking at this is something I've been forward testing and I've been, really implementing. But this shit here is scary how you can see it. And you can see this on the hourly. It just takes days and weeks for this to happen. Right. So you can do the same thing on the hourly, but when you see shit like this, this shit happen every single day, bro. Like you literally could like only get 5, maybe max 10 pips a day. Like you could literally go crazy doing this shit. Like if you be patient. So looking at the smaller time frame, I would
come up and drop down. It's a bear market. So from at least from this time frame, and it's gonna go up to the moving average and come back down. Like right now.
this is what I'm gonna say. If you do have stops, your safest point is to be, I'm not gonna say how many pips, but at least above the high of London. Because I feel like if it's gonna do anything crazy, it's gonna try to take out those highs
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
continue to sell off. That's just me looking at,
yeah. Of course.
you see the structure better on a smaller time frame. Yeah, you can map this out on the hourly, 4 hour, and all that shit. Because the high of London is at 3 o'clock, whatever. The London starts at 3, and then you see the high created from this far, and as we can see, that's the high so far. So I can see it creating a new high because London don't close until like 10, 11 a.m. our time. So London is still in session, pretty much. We are early. This is our London, New York crossover type shit. So, yeah. Let's see how everything plays out. We're approaching the last 5 minutes. And this could be the opposite from what I was talking about. Like I said, you have this area of just like choppiness, and then we get a breakout to entice people into sales, late sellers, and pushing back higher. Now, we get a retest down into here and take off, yeah, this sell would be invalid, and we'll get out. You won't see that on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, but if you just take a glance at the smaller time frames, you see a retest into this 50% level, especially we start to retrace right here. You draw your fibs out, put 50%, the equilibrium, you see price dip around there and then trade higher, then yeah, that's this sell would be invalid for this session. Now we may get another sell set up, like I said, in the Asian session later on tonight, but for the morning, the bears are about to go to sleep. Put it like that. They did what they had to do. They made their money and they out.
All right.
So
Is that a indicator for them sessions?
yeah,
Which one that is?
it is sessions and ICT kill zones. You gotta take a look at that. You gotta take a look at into that dude. You might like him, bro. The way you be, thinking and trading, it might open your eyes up just to a different perspective. Not to take you out of your trading style, but this dude ICT, you search it on YouTube and just kind of skim through his videos. What he be talking about? He well-rounded trader for like over 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody who know about them sessions, that's because that's where market structure come from.
Uh-huh.
You know what they
That's
talk
all
about.
he teach about. That's really who put me into the idea of thinking about how the banks think and how they not only do they manipulate the retail traders, but they also central banks and other institutional traders from other countries. They kind of work with each other, if you will. Like they're not really in a we trying to get you. It's like we trying to like know what you doing so we can know what we doing. But overall, we on the same pattern to manipulate the retail traders. Put it like that.
Yeah.
But it's like a passing a ball, like an alley-oop, I may not be the one dunking it, but I'm still gonna get that assist. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. Let me check the.
one more minute. What is we gonna do? We about to engulf this whole little range. Are you about to entice me into buys just to sell on my ass again? Because I ain't gonna lie, if it push higher and engulf all this, I will get into buys. That's big facts. I know how to change my bias real quick.
Fact.
But best believe, if I do get into buys,
You getting out quick.
Oh yeah, them stops gonna be tight as hell because this is not a buy off a demand or support. This is a buy in continuation, and nobody knows.
It is at a demand area, that 50 moving average. So it's actually a perfect entry for a retest off the 50 and bounce back up if that's what is want.
Well, I was looking at more of like the higher time frame demand. Like if you looking at like a rejection area from like more so like the daily and the 4 hour, and you get a engulfing setup on the 1 hour around that time, then yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, you got out of sales.
Yeah.
Due to that NYSE push. Let's just see. Let's just see if this was a manipulation move or not, because it didn't engulf the whole range, but it did engulf that last candle. But I'm going with the major trend. The major trend thus far on this 1 hour is bearish now after we took out this structure right here at last night. So I'm gonna just be patient and see what we do, because we were bullish at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. with this bullish engulfing, but as you can see, that trade got stopped out if you were in that buy. So how strong are buys right now? We'll know as the market continues, but let's just see how everything plays out. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour will be closing at 1 o'clock on my screen. So I mean, if you're really willing to wait for that, the best thing I can say is put your stops right above this previous high on this 4 hour and just let your trade ride out. If you're willing to wait to see if this 4 hour going to engulf this. Other than that, just monitor it and exit as you see fit. But yeah, I'm thinking we still bearish for the most part, man. Like it's daily, like I said, we got a lot of things to consider. I mean, we got that 4 hour could be engulfing on buys that's gonna close at 1. Then we got the daily that's gonna be closing at like 4 or 5 o'clock. That could engulf this daily. We get more selling. So I want to be on that side. I think I want to be on that side. We're rejecting from here. We got a lot of clean traffic to fill. I think overall, I would like to be a seller up here than a buyer.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? When you break it down, breaking it down like that, I would be okay losing in a sale from here. You feel me?
If it broke out.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, because you're going with history.
Facts.
I mean, and this the higher time frame. Like this should have been in a tight range for days.
Facts, and that's why I like sales
weeks
from that area. Like that's the daily, and then you look at the hour.
Like I said, last week I had a sale set at 6,800.
Nice.
Like
yeah, you already knew. And this was that same thinking you had. That's what got me into this sale right here on 14th of April. I had an entry sitting right here overnight, and the market pushed up, got me in. And when I woke up, the market was way down here. I think I was up like 100 and some pips. You know, because one, I saw history repeat itself right here, and I saw that the price didn't fully fill this little gap we had right here. All this price action, we kind of filled it right here, but we didn't fully fill it. So I extended that all the way out.
Right.
And you know, all this, we really ain't got no more. I mean, this could be considered an area, but this was more the area I was waiting to get filled in. And I was like, if we fill it, that should be a nice area for sales. Up in here, that's the next level we got to fill in if we continue higher. This is if the bulls start to show that they in power. Right now, they've not been showing that because they've been hanging right here. And as you can see, that's exactly what we've been doing. This market's starting to.
If you look at the month chart as well, it's a 3-month little kind of consolidation range that it's been in, and which it would be a great sell position if you look at it.
Yeah, facts.
Look at that. So it already
it's in that consolidation box of that weekly I drew.
It already hit that high. Now it's back on its way down. So
fact. And we got a scenario where this monthly could engulf this, but you gotta wait for the end of the month because look at what this engulfing did.
Yeah.
Of February.
I mean, but look at the last 2 months though.
I know it's been kind of like really weak and
indecisive. Right. It's but you see what I'm saying? It's in that it ain't break that ceiling. Like so.
Right.
And it just had the opportunity and it didn't.
Right. Exactly. So, I like looking at shit like that. Like it had the opportunity and it didn't.
Right.
I love.
So you gotta go with that. Like that's.
I love trading like that, bro. Like that. Yeah. That's how I always look at that. That's when you in tune with like the market makers, how they manipulate the market. Like what did they try to do but couldn't do?
Right.
Like I want to be in that trade. That's the manipulative trade. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop.
Yeah, we about to wrap it up, man. We go well, we still in sales. We're gonna see how low we can take this market. You know, like I said, we are
we back in a profit, baby. We at level.
London is about to close. So whatever London closes off with, New York should take it the rest of the way. And we should see a continuation of sales if that's the case. If not, then we'll be probably in a ranging area until the Asian session kicks off. But with that being said, we're going to see y'all tomorrow morning, man, 6:30. I'm going to be on time tomorrow. We got news, heavy news tomorrow morning. So y'all be ready.
Word.
All right, man. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.
Peace.